Hey, it's you. Welcome back. It's Amy Scott Grant, Spiritual Ass Kicker. I got a couple of quick tips for you. Actually, I have one quick tip for you today about using my discovery deck, which, as you may or may not know, it will help you get to the bottom of what the root cause of any block is. So I'm talking about one card in particular today, and that is the Vow of Silence. And you know, when I was creating these beautiful the beautiful artwork, all of which I created on the discovery deck, when it came time to do the Vow of Silence card, this is what came up, right? Just completely black. No image, no graphic, no nothing. And if you've ever come up against a vow of silence when you're doing energy work on yourself or other people or doing any kind of intuitive work, you probably laughed when you saw this card, right? Because this is exactly what it feels like when you bump up against a vow of silence. It's like Bueller? Anyone? It's like crickets, only there's not even crickets chirping to signify that there's no sound, right? It's like hitting just the cone of silence. It's like bumping right up against it, right? So that's why there is no image on the Vow of Silence. Now, if you choose this card as you're doing your reading and trying to find the root cause of something, you may choose this card and other cards, right? Because you can often get multiple red cards which show you the type of block that you're dealing with. No matter what else comes up, you got to deal with the Vow of Silence first. Otherwise, you're not going to get very far, right? And you won't get any information on anything else. So the good news is a vow of silence in many cases can just simply be dissolved. You can just ask, is it optimal to dissolve this vow of silence? And if you get yes, go ahead and dissolve it any way you would dissolve any other block. But sometimes you get no, which is kind of a bummer, right? Because if you don't get the vow of silence released, you're not going to get any more information. So if you get no, that it's not optimal to remove the vow of silence, your next step would be to ask, can this be cleared while the vow of silence remains intact? And if you get yes, hooray, you're good to go. It just means you won't get any information about what you're clearing, but you would proceed and clear it in the normal way that you typically would clear something. If you don't know how to clear at all, then you need my book 123 Clarity, or give me a buzz. Maybe I can help you out. So if you get a no, ask if it can be cleared anyway. Now, if it's not optimal to clear the vow of silence and it cannot be cleared without knowing, that's when you know you have to call in outside help. It doesn't have to be me, although I'm happy to work with you, but you probably have an intuitive friend, or you might have another healer that you work with or something. So that is how to handle the Vow of Silence. And stay tuned for more Spiritual Ass Kicker Discovery Deck tips. By the way, you can get the Discovery Deck at shop.askamyanything.com, or you can find it on Amazon. Just Google my name, Amy Scott Grant. See you next time.